Hello, Korea. My name is David Hoffman. I'm the Executive Director of Into UAB at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm here today to answer some questions that the regional team had for us. And while Alden Williams is busy traveling the world recruiting Blazers, I'm here to spend some quality time with you. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, question 1. Programs which require reference letter for progression. Can students provide it prior to the pathway program rather than when they progress? The good news is at UAB, you don't need reference letters for progression. The only time you need reference letters if you are going as a graduate student, direct entry. So good news is you don't need a reference letter as an undergraduate student at UAB. Question number 2. EAP subjects can be replaced to elective subjects if students complete their high school in English-speaking countries. Here at UAB, you are entered in through the admissions process. So your English proficiency is taken into account during that process. So you will be entered into the program, whether that's a 2-semester pathway, 1-semester pathway, direct entry, or academic English based on those scores. So that is what determines what level of English EAP you will be going into. Question number 3. How many credits can students take during summer holiday? The good news is at UAB, we actually provide a large selection of classes that students can take. So we look at the summer semester being much like a fall semester and a spring semester. So students will easily be able to take 9, 12, 15 credit hours if they want. The only difference is some classes are done at different times. We have what's called a 1-month Maymester that you can take, or you can take a full-length semester-long class as well. So that is up to you as the student to make that choice. Number 4, if students do not have related background, can they take prerequisite course during the pathway? We got to look at it from 2 different ways. The undergraduate way is most students will be entered into a general degree, so general College of Arts and Sciences. Because undergraduate degrees allow for a lot of movement in the United States in higher education, then the answer is yes, you can take things like a calculus or a math class, a chemistry class, what have you. Now on the graduate side, it gets a little trickier because some degrees need a background in order for you to come into their postgraduate master's degree. Now we do have some programs that will allow students to take those prerequisites, and that's just done on a case-by-case basis. The most important program that we see that students want to get into that don't have the background is computer science. And the perfect thing is that UAB just created a 3-semester pathway program for students with non-computer science backgrounds to then, after those 3 semesters, go into the master's degree in computer science, cybersecurity, or data science. So in that regard, your answer is yes, because we already have that type of program set up. Number 5, and we're already halfway there, so hang on. What students should do if they want to change their major? As an undergraduate, like I said, as an undergraduate, you have the flexibility to change your major at any time in the United States. A lot of students do that in their first, second, third semester. As an undergraduate, I changed my major 4 times. It took me a little bit longer to graduate. Some of the classes I took prior in my first couple of semesters didn't count towards my major, but you do have that flexibility. Now on the postgraduate or master's side, it's a little bit harder because you only have 2 years. So what we really recommend is, as a student, our hope is you know what it is that you want to do longer term for a career, and so you're applying to the appropriate master's degree. Number 6, since when students can start their pre-med, pre-pharm, pre-dental, etc., can they get into health professions pre-courses during pathway? Now the thing with your pre-med, pre-dental, etc. programs, your first 1, 2, 3 plus semesters are basically your intro science math classes. So you're going to take biology and chemistry and calculus and going blank here, but some other classes related. So you're going to be in class not just with pre-med majors, but with engineer majors, with business majors, with history majors, etc. And so, yes, during the pathway, you will be eligible to do that. Our main goal is that any student that comes through the Into UAB program, that they can still graduate within 4 years. And so we won't hold you back, that if you need to take a calculus or chemistry during the pathway, then as an undergraduate student, you're definitely going to do that. Number 7, does students need to register for campus parking space? Will there be fees required? Yes, you do, and yes, there are. There are a couple of different parking options. There are parking decks and parking garages. There's some just main gravel lots that are further out to campus that are not as expensive. And so there are the opportunities. Now, what we have to be cognizant of is that when international students can gain and get their driver's license, and so they have to be in the United States studying at the school for a minimum of 6 months prior for them to get authorization from UAB to get their driver's license. But once that happens, you can come into the Into UAB office to the ISSS side, and they will provide that letter that then any student can go get their driver's license. And then it's up to you to get the car and then go to parking in transit and get your parking pass to the parking lot that you're eligible for. Almost there, keep going with me. Number 8. During Into students, are there any restrictions in terms of using university facilities, joining student associations or clubs? Absolutely not. And part of it, when you come into the Into UAB program, first and foremost, you are a UAB student, and that is the most important thing. There is no differentiation whether you're an Into UAB student or a UAB student. You are all Blazers. And so you will have access to the rec center, to the Hill Student Center, to any club or organization that you would like to join. You're able to participate in any event that we have in the Into UAB Center as well. So you will be welcome on campus, and you are a Blazer from the day you get your offer letter and you sign off on it. That's very exciting. All right. Last one, very last one. What topics are being covered during orientation? Do students take English math placement tests? And why are they being tested upon arrival? So, you're pretty much doing what those questions just said. When you get here, you will meet tons of other students, both from Korea and outside of Korea, that are coming in and starting in that specific semester. The first day is a big welcome, and then you will be given your placement test, your speaking and listening, reading and writing. And why we do that is because we want to make sure that the score that you had on the TOEFL or the IELTS is really where your English proficiency is at. The biggest predictor of success for students is their English proficiency. So we want to make sure that you're placed in the right area. And then through the next 3 days, you're going to have sessions with people from all over campus. You're going to have campus tours. There's going to be events at night. You'll get your class schedule as well. So it is a great opportunity for you to feel connected to UAB and feel engaged within the university. All right, so it's a little bit long. I appreciate your attention. Go Blazers, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.